Tools and Twisties. Hey, 3 G2 ratchets, 1/4 inch locking flex head, all exactly the same, except they're not. 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch hex, 3/8 inch. One of them comes from Harbor Freight, the other two are modified. Let's talk about how to do that. This is Tools and Twisties, and we're going to have a little bit of a hack video. Icon G2 ratchets, really like them. They just released a bunch of new 1/4 inch versions, and you can see the lineup here from the stubby to the flex stubby to the short, or whatever they call it, to the flex 6.5, to the standard 6.5. This one comes in a comfort grip and a non-comfort grip. This one they've had out for a while. This is the locking flex head 1/4 inch. This is my favorite G2 ratchet, except we make it even better. I'll show you how in a minute. And then the long 1/4 inch. So this is all sort of driven by the fact that Snap-on design was largely a very similar design with these icons. And you can see the head shapes are very similar. The cover plates are very similar. And the T72 is the standard Snap-on 1/4 inch ratchet. But Snap-on also makes a 3/8 inch version and a 1/4 inch hex version. So the T72 is the standard Snap-on one, and the FC72 is the identical ratchet but with a 3/8 inch anvil, and the TM72 is the identical ratchet but with a 1/4 inch hex. So using that information, we can take the repair kit for the FC72 repair kit, which is the RKR FC72, this kit right here, RKR FC72, and the FC72 cover plate, which is the FC72-2, which is this little gem right here. Yeah, the cover plate's $13, and the repair kit's $11. You can buy them from Snap-on directly, although you'll probably pay a shipping charge. You can buy them from eBay, from third-party sellers, and they tend to mark them up a little bit. Or you can hunt down a tool truck if you have one that you know nearby. And let me show you how to do the mod. It's actually very easy to do. So again, this is what we're going to be building, this and this today. And it can also start off by saying, if you don't want to go through the hassle and you don't want to pay for what do they charge for the FC72? $120. If you don't want to pay $120 for this, you don't want to do the mod, you can buy Koken. Koken makes small bodied 3/8 inch ratchets, really nice. I'll put a link below to with the discount code if you're interested in the video but don't want to do it yourself. They also make an even smaller one, which is actually, you know, pretty close in size to what we're doing here. And if you don't want to pay for the Koken ones, which are a little bit expensive, not super bad, Tone also makes Japanese-made 3/8 inch anvil and a small body. So you know, you got some options. You can buy the Snap-on one, you can buy the Koken ones, you can buy the Tone ones, you can convert your own icon one, and that's what we're going to show you today. So I guess we got to decide which one we're going to do. We got the stubby, the flex stubby. Let's do this 6.5 inch flex head. This is a brand new ratchet. I bought this yesterday. I drove a couple hours to go get this. None of my local stores had it. This one here is starting to hit some of the California stores. This one, I have not seen anyone actually purchase this ratchet yet. And if we do a 3/8 inch conversion on this one, it will likely be the only one in the world. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll move some of these out of the way. I think it would also be cool to do it on this one. I'm really tempted to do it on this one. Yeah, let's do it on this one. Okay, so first of all, you need a Torx driver. And T10 is what a lot of people use to try to open these up, because T10 is a pretty standard Torx size, but it is not a T10. You can get a T10 to bite a little bit, but if you try to do it with a T10, there's a good chance you're going to strip it. It's not a T10 fastener. It is a T9 fastener. So make sure you get yourself a good T9 bit. This is a VHA T9 bit. There you go. VHA makes very good bits. Use a quality bit. I like doing it with these little stubby drivers. You know, so I've seen people do them with power drills. I've seen people do them with bit ratchets. I like using this because I can get a lot of downward force on the ratchet while I'm trying to open it. And I'll try to work around the camera here and get this done as efficiently as possible. But yeah, just take out the screws. And when you're taking out the screws, I like to put a little pressure on the cover plate so things don't come flying apart on you. And I'm doing this on top of a magnetic mat with a little paper towel, shop paper towel on top. And I like doing that because that way it catches any extra oil or grease, gives you good contrast, and the magnet keeps things in place, stops you from losing little parts. And then I like to take a little magnetic pickup tool and press down on the anvil, grab the cover plate. And again, my objective is to keep all the guts in place. And inside we can see that we have, I'll put links to the tools I use as well, the VHA stubby, the Caressa Love OTF knife. To show you what's inside, this is the anvil. There is an O-ring there. This is the pawl. And then the pawl is this little bat wing thing. Then there's the little selector switch. The trick is that all the parts that come in this kit are interchangeable with these, but you don't need to install them all. It's the only parts you need out of this kit, and I just got another one that I opened up already here, are the anvil, the 3/8 inch anvil, the O-ring that goes on the anvil, and the 2 screws. And then separately, you need the cover plate. So let's set these aside, set this cover plate aside. And I like to apply pressure on the pawl and just pull the anvil out. And it will come out with the O-ring. Make sure that you do get the O-ring out. You don't want double O-rings. And then all you got to do is take the new pawl, and we talk a little bit about lube. A lot of people over lube their ratchets. Super lube is okay to use, but you want to use very, very sparingly. Actually, Harbor Freight says not to lube them at all, but they do come a little dry. I suggest you do not use this super lube. This is a grease. This is a much heavier lube than what comes in these ratchets, or really what you should use. It will probably work, but it can cause your ratchet to sort of skip a little bit. You know, the pawls stop working as they should. So I'll have links to this below as well. This is the Super Lube 100, ISO 100, so it's a lighter weight. There is lube that comes in the Snap-on kits. They come with a little tube of it, and the weight of what comes is also a super lube, but it's in between the two. It's actually an NLG 00. It's a light grease, and you can't buy little tubes of it. You have to buy a big cartridge of it, and I bought a cartridge and put it in here, and now I have many lifetime supply of that lube. But I actually like the light stuff better. So we're going to take the new anvil and just make sure the O-ring is seated, and make sure that pawl stays in place. And then just take the anvil and stick it in. Give it a little turn, make sure it's seated. And then it's the old cover plate, the old screws. The screws are different. The cover plate recesses are a little bit different. On the new one, they're designed for a flat screw, and the Icon one uses a tapered screw. So don't try to use the Icon screws. And you can see that you need the new cover plate, obviously, because the hole's bigger, and you're not going to fit the big anvil through the little hole. Just drop the cover plate on there. Make sure the O-ring's seated. I like to apply pressure, give it a little turn, make sure things are working well. Take your ratchet. Not your ratchet, your bit driver. And make sure they get started properly. Don't cross thread them. There is some Loctite on these screws, so sometimes there can be a little resistance putting them in. But you know, use your judgment. If you're feeling too much resistance, then maybe you have it a little bit cross-threaded or not lined up properly. Don't go too crazy on it. Just tighten it up a little bit. And then we have this gorgeous small body, long shaft, 3/8 inch ratchet. Beautiful. That's it. So to do the hex conversion, it's very similar. A different part kit. It's the RKR-TM72A. And again, the only part you really need in this one is the O-ring, the anvil, and the screws. And this one's actually easier to do because you don't need to swap out the, actually you don't need the screws on this one. You don't swap out the faceplate because the 1/4 inch anvil will fit right through. I'll show you an example. So this is one that's converted with the snap-on anvil, but it still has the icon cover plate, the icon screws. So the only thing you're taking out of this kit is the O-ring and the anvil. Now you can change the guts out, but there's no real reason to. You know, some of the testing channels had tested the failure points of these icon ratchets, and they were as strong as, even stronger, I think, than the snap-on. Let's take the stubby and let's convert this one to a hex. And all we need is the O-ring, the anvil. So let's do the stubby. Break it loose. And again, I like to take the magnet, hold the anvil down, pull the cover plate off. Now this one's got a fair amount of lube in it already. The other one was much drier. Hold this all down in place and just work it in there. I like to give it a turn, make sure it's not binding. Take the O-ring. And again, we can use the same cover plate for this one. Don't need to swap a new cover plate. And the screws, use the same screws. Make sure these are the right ones. They are. Don't tighten the first one down until you get the second one started and seated. You don't want to cock that cover plate. Snug it down. Okay. Original stubby, converted stubby, 1/4 inch hex. We have the flex hatch, flex. We have this new 3/8 inch conversion. We have the other 3/8 inch conversion that was done before. And that's it. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Sorry for the long video. And that's Tools and Twisties. We are out.